Hi, good afternoon, Frank. This is Alex. One more time, I'm taking the liberty to shoot this video for you and to also answer some of your questions and to show you what I believe uh, might have some, you can do some improvements in your website so you can get more exposure. So first things first, I have your website here, and the first thing that I have to recommend is to add more relevant content. When I say content, I'm talking more about all these, the readable uh, text that you have in your website, everything that is readable as text. You need to improve that. Why is that so important? Because when you add all this content, you gotta make sure that you are adding keywords that you want to be found for. For example, I was seeing that you cover many areas, many services, I'm sorry, kitchen remodeling. So if you're in the Maryland area, depending on which areas you want to target first, remember that a keyword is a word or a combination of words that people are using to find services. So in this case, will be something kitchen remodeling in Maryland, or I'm not sure which one is your exact location, but one that I saw is Rockville. So Rockville can be another one. And that has to be number one, content. The second one, you need to understand what keywords could be uh, good for you, for your website. There's different types of keywords that some of them can take a little bit longer so you can show up for them. Um, some of them can take less time. Some of them have a lot of search volume, meaning there's a lot of people looking for those services. So that's another thing you have to take in consideration, keywords, because if you don't have any keywords on your website, Google is not going to understand, because when when you have your website, they read through all of the entire website, everything that is readable, like I was telling you. But it's not that like a person is doing it. It's more like a program that they have, like an algorithm. So if they don't see anything relevant or keywords that people are looking for, you're not going to be showing up on Google results, on the organic results, because another different story what Google Maps and the Google Profile business is doing. So that's the first thing I have to recommend here on the entire website, because the same principle applies to the subpage that you have here. For example, let's go back to kitchen remodeling, and you here have little content, probably not more than 200 words. So here's where you have to add those keywords in that content. And that will be the first thing, right? I'm going to show you this tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. So what this does, it picks data from your website based on Google criteria. So we can see here that you have 110 backlinks. You're being found for only 11 keywords. And that's based on your content and your backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that I mentioned in your website, and this will give you power so you can on Google. It's basically other websites. It can be anything but related to your industry, if that makes sense. So you can have hundreds and hundreds of links, but if they're not powerful and if they're not relevant, it's not going to work for you. Think about like a popularity contest. The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become. The more relevant your website is going to stay. So same principle applies here, with the difference, of course, that not all links are created equal, because here you can see that your rating is pretty low, and that's because you don't have that much of a reputation, even though you have 110. But that means that most of them probably are not really good quality. So in order for you to start being considered legit in the eyes of Google, your rating needs to increase. So that means that you need to have better quality of links, not necessarily more links, because it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And that is also helping you to be found for these 11 keywords that we're going to see right now. So you can see here that siding repair Rockville, Maryland is one of the keywords. It has 40 searches a month. And you're on the last spot of the first page, and you're getting probably one or two Here's one, but I'm pretty sure you're getting more than one visits to your website. Um, is that getting you customers? Only you would know, because based on my experience, um, the traffic engagement, at least with my customers, is at least 50%. So I'm not sure how much you're getting from this. Anyway, moving on, then you have this one, kitchen remodeling Rockville. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because Rockville probably is now just one. It's not a unique city in Maryland or in the United States. I'm sorry. So it might be a little bit tricky. This one is very interesting. Kitchen remodeling in Rockville, Maryland. There's 150 searches a month, and you are on the 5th page. So you're not getting anything. So we're gonna take this as an example and see what are the benefits for ranking in this for this keyword and are. So we know that you are trying to target this keyword from this specific page. And I have the page right here, right? And this is the same page that is kitchen remodeling, of course. But you can see here that there's nothing relevant that in the eyes of Google would catch the attention. So if you go to Google and type this kitchen remodeling in Rockville, MD, the first thing you're going to see, of course, this is sponsored by Google. You, of course, pay to be there. And then you have your traditional Google ads. This can be also tricky, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can end up investing a lot of money and not getting the result that you want. One of the things I always recommend is to try to keep an eye at least every other day to see how people are reacting to the different keywords that you are appearing on the Google ads that you're actually selecting. Although Google can make it look easy, there's some things that have to be tweaked so you can have full potential. Anyway, moving forward, then we have the map section, and if you're not here, that means that you're probably not in this organic session. So how can you be here? Your profile needs to be optimized. And I keep saying content like a broken record, but content is definitely important. Google likes a lot of content. They love to see a lot of, especially if it's relevant, if it's original. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, please do not copy and paste from other places, because they're going to notice. Sooner or later, they're going to notice, and that can create a problem for you. You cannot be showing up for any in any results. Also, the reviews. If you get a review, you have to reply to the review, not to the review. If you get a bad review, you also have to reply. Google likes to see that as well. They notice that interaction. Somebody calls you, uh, you know, you can call them back, or you can actually text them back. Sometimes if they send you a message, same thing. If they're asking for a quote, same thing. Try to be on top of that. Then we have, of course, what I was saying, the organic results. And then on number one, we have this house. Then we got Yelp, heavy traditional format ties on number three. And I'm seeing these guys, kitchenbaddepot.com. And they have a specific page that they're targeting for this specific keyword. So if we open their website, we can see that here they know what they're doing. For example, this is what I was telling you. They know how to target this specific keyword, and they have a lot of content surrounding that keyword. And they can have even more keywords here, but my rule of thumb is one keyword have at least 200 words of content, at least. And these guys know what they're doing. So, and that's why they're ranking on this Google search. Not even, I mean, it's not top three, but definitely something that is bringing them potential clients. So very simple to understand. If you compare this one to your page that you're trying to, a specific keyword that you're trying to rank, these guys have the advantage because of all the content that they have here. The other thing that I was forgetting is that you can see here that they know how to target their pictures. Let me see if you did that as well. No, you don't have anything there. Let's see, there's the image is optimized for the SEO. And here, this is how I know that it's not optimized. This, when you upload an image, try to put a name that is relevant to your services or your business. So in this case, I'll put kitchen remodeling Rockville, Maryland, for example, and then re-upload this picture. But moving on, we're going to see how they're ranking this page. And you can see that the whole website has a high rating, but this specific page only have one backlink because their whole website is ranking already. Let's see what keywords are they being found for really quick. And of course, because they're targeting, you can see the variation here, kitchen remodeling Rockville, MD, and kitchen remodeling in Rockville, MD. Both of them 150 searches a month. And because they're ranking number 5, well, it's not updated, but they're getting 10 visits every single month. On top of that, they're ranking number 6 on this one. They might be ranking a little bit higher, but still another 9 visits. So that's just 19. Kitchen remodel Rockville, you can see, even though it's a low volume search, still ranking number 3, and they're getting around 3 visits. So just in these 3 keywords, that single page is getting over 20 visits a month. If you have a nice, decent, good-looking page that has a lot of has decent call of actions like get a quote right now, call us now, send us an email, things like that will definitely help to engage at least with 50% of them. That's just my number. So that being said, you get the idea. These guys know what they're doing because they're ranking that. Another keyword that I saw, another area that I saw was Gettysburg, Maryland, and same thing. You can see that these guys are still ranking number 1. And if we open the main homepage, you can see that they have a lot of things going on. So when you were saying that you were looking at every word of your website, everything, every detail, this is something that most people don't understand. Content and keywords are the base of your website if you want to be found on Google. Then to boost that up, you need to have people talking about you. Otherwise, Google is not going to know that you exist. And even though you seem to be being in these last pages, I mean, on these Google searches, but not ranking on the first page, you're not going to have the potential that your website can actually create. And let's remember that you cannot you're not tied just to one area. So like your website says, you have a lot of service areas. And I believe that with a good campaign, you might actually have a chance to get a lot of requests, a lot of potential clients that are looking for your services. And you can see these guys, for example, let's see over here. You can see this is the whole website. This is, I think this might be your main competition. They're being found for over 1,000 keywords. They're running Google Ads, and they have over 1,700 backlinks. But still, this seems to be a little bit way too much for this low rating. But again, they're ranking number 1. They're ranking in the first page. You can see here again. I'll show you really quick because I don't want to take too much of the time. I don't want to make this boring, but kitchen remodeling, like we saw, this is a sub-page they're ranking. That we have here, Maryland kitchen remodeling, 200 searches a month, and because they're ranking on the end of the page, they're getting 5 visits. So, but they're ranking on the most that they matter, the more the keywords that are actually on. I believe this might be nearby them. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you have any feedback, same thing, please. I will appreciate any feedback that you have regarding this small presentation that I just did about your website. Again, my name is Alex, and I hope you find this information useful. If you have any questions, again, my number is 609-464-9933. I'm from East Windsor, New Jersey, so I'm not from another country like the typical telemarketers. I'm not a salesperson. I'm more of a data analyst that know how to read all these numbers and understand and can help business owners to have this information, like I was saying. Once again, thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon.